Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and we're here in Pokémon Colosseum, here in episode number 8 of our adventure, inside this mysterious, burnt-out building, this big trash bin that we're looking at here, in Pyrite Town of the Orre region. So last episode, we made our way over here. What else did we do? There was more to it than just this. Well, anyway, we completed the competition in the Colosseum, and we were brought here to be given a Shadow Pokemon, but then they discovered, hey, I'm the cool guy that's messing up with their plans, so they decided they gotta stop us. So we saved it up here, we're ready to go further into the building, and if I recall correctly, there is a lot of battles to have to deal with coming up here. And why is Skiploom in the front? Did I do that? I did that! I was trying to rearrange Pokemon last time, I completely messed up. Anyway, let's show you the team recap. Since I now have them in order. We got Whiskers, our level 31 Persian, previously seen back in Pokemon Blue in the Kanto days. Quirky Nature, which is a neutral nature, and Limber, preventing paralysis. She has Payday, Faint Attack, Thief, and Screech. Next is our Shadow Skiploom, who I guess we now know as a gentle nature. Heart Gauge is over halfway emptied. Chlorophyll ability, boosting speed in Sunshine with Shadow Rush, Sleep Powder, Cotton Spore, and I don't know. There's a fourth attack waiting to be figured out. Next is Aerodactyl at level 32, a mild Pokemon. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but he's mild. Pressure ability, raising the foe's PP usage with Wing Attack, Steel Wing, Sky Attack, and Earthquake. Next is Quagsire, another Shadow Pokemon. Still don't know the nature yet, but we see that she has Water Absorb, and moves our Shadow Rush, and oh, she remembered Amnesia. How strange. And other couple moves we don't know just yet. Here we have our Shadow Noctowl at level 30, ready to be purified, to have the final lock undone of its heart, but right now it's going to go with what we have. Gentle Nature, Keen Eye preventing the accuracy drop, and Shadow Rush, Hypnosis, Reflect, and Fly, and last but not least, our first Shadow Pokemon captured here in the Orre region, Makuhita at level 30, Hasty Nature, also ready to unlock its heart with the Thick Fat ability, and Shadow Rush, Focus Energy, Vital Throw, and Cross Chop. So let's get moving. And does this guy want to attack us now that we saved it? Good. No, it records that he didn't, or that we already fought him. Because there's a lot of people in here that I think once you leave the building and come back, they'll all try to rebattle you. Folks like this. My Pokemon are looking for the chance to go wild. Booyah! Alright, let's see what your name is. Geets. I can't stop just pointing out the names. Now, we did see a couple of interesting names that made sense. There was Pike and Kai in the last one. But Geets. So anyway, Whiskers and Skiploom leading in. We don't have any grass attacks yet for Skiploom, which I would really like against these, because these are both going to be weak to grass. I guess we'll go with a Faint Attack on the Larvitar. I'll try Shadow Rush on the Barboach. We're going to get the Hyper Mode, aren't we? So, I am actually being smart this time around. This is being recorded the day before, or actually the night before you're watching it. I'm maybe a little bit on the sleepy side. Not as much as I would have thought I would be, but I want to make sure this is recorded because I just found out today, as many of us did out there I'm sure, that the legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go, or at least currently Articuno, is a temporary appearance. It's not going to be a permanent fixture in these raid battles. They don't mention anything about Lugia, so Lugia might still be constant, but Articuno ends on the 31st of July, so I need to capture an Articuno. And the thing that kind of scares me a little bit is, you know my routine in Pokemon Go. I want to capture 5 Pokemon of a species before choosing which one I want to use. That means, ooh, critical hit, that hurt. That means I kind of want to catch 5 Articuno before I choose one. I might have to be more lenient on that little rule of mine, because 5 Articuno is going to be hard to catch. I'm going to heal Skiploom, who needs it more, I think, right now. But, I don't know. I might get lucky. I might capture 5. I do have today's raid pass I did not use yet. I didn't find any. Well, there were some raids going on, but no legendaries while I was in the area. So I thought, I'm not going to waste it on something else. I'm going to save it for tomorrow, today as you're watching this, and see if I can find an Articuno or a Lugia. And if so, I'll go for the battle, of course. Stop hitting us. Confuse yourself. Thank you. And then I'll have a second raid pass for the day to try to make use of a second encounter against Articuno or something. So hopefully it's going to work out well. We're going to go with a Super Potion to heal up Whiskers. Each of these battles is almost like a regular, like, say, Pokemon Stadium battle. You know, they take a lot out of you, these things. This is almost a point of the game where you could just grind up against these trainers, too. I'm not going to do that just yet. I want to keep sort of challenging this. I don't want to be over-leveled. What was the last game we played? Yellow? I was going to say, Yellow I felt over-leveled, and then I realized, no, wait, we were actually under-leveled going after the Elite Four. It worked out pretty well, though. That was a fun one. I want to do more randomizers at some point. I've seen other people do them a lot on YouTube, and my main focus, I want to keep going through the main series games in order so you can see where my Pokemon in the Sun and Moon games have gotten their origins and the adventures along the way. But that being said, randomizers are a fun way to go back and reimagine, relive the days of the past games. So there'll be more randomizers to come. They're just too fun not to do. Alright, what does this thing go for? Confusion? Hurt yourself again? Nice! Last time Aerodactyl barely hurt himself, but this time this thing is just smashing itself off the floor. Does a Payday get the knockout? It is stab. It's not very powerful. It does, yes! I would have gone for Feint Attack for more sure damage and special-based attack. I don't think Barboach's special defense is good, but I wanted the money. You know, I'm in this for the cash. And Geets is defeated. I want to go wilder! I should call Gene about that. Oh, wait. That kind of made me sad. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then... You ever see Willy Wonka? Was it Willy Wonka? No, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. There is a hair on my keyboard here. My Pokemon don't look like they've gone wild enough, but I'll let you off with just this time. You're darn right you will, because... What are you going to do about it? Stop me? No. You're out of Pokemon. Now, I realize I haven't shown this off just yet, but the PDA... Let's take a look at this since we have a moment here. There's the strategy memo, so we've seen this before. We get to see all the Pokemon we've encountered and learn about them and all this good stuff. But we're going to take a look at the snag list. This shows you all the Pokemon you've encountered, if you've snagged them, and if you haven't. Let's say, for example, Makuhita, snag succeeded in the mayor's house. Alright, that is very cool. Croconaw, encountered in Finax City, but snag failed. I wouldn't say the snag failed. We didn't even try to snag. Critical knockout. A critical earthquake knocked it out. So we see Nover, Diogo, Leba, Devel, Vant, Lon, Kale, Norre. All those names. Those names. But there's a snag list. You can keep track of which Pokemon you've caught and which ones you haven't using that. And let's go to the next battle. Abnormality detected. Target locked on. Geare. I would call him Gear, but the E on the end, you gotta think it's adding more pronunciation. Remoraid, Magnemite. Water type, Electric type. Aerodactyl's leading off. Probably not the best thing. But we have the Earthquake, so I'm pretty sure Magnemite's not going to survive that. And we can go for a simple Shadow Rush to finish off the Remoraid if it survives the Earthquake. Still don't have a Grass Attack. Come on, I want that. But these battles are not going to be too long, fortunately. It's, of course, the Shadow Pokemon battles that take forever because we've got to spend time trying to capture them, weaken them, not knock them out. We knocked out Remoraid with an Earthquake. Excellent. I'm pretty sure Magnemite goes down as well. I was going to say, no Sturdy ability, but wait, it might have Sturdy. However, Sturdy works differently in this generation. I believe Generation 5 is when they made it so that it'll survive as if it's holding Focus Sash. Emergency! Mayday! Mayday! Calm down, Geare. Thanks for the money, though. Yeah, Sturdy. We don't need to worry about Sturdy surviving any damage. Abnormality detected in friendly Pokemon. That's what I got with me. Friendly Pokemon. Alright, so what is up here? This is a weird place. Don't attack, I want the item. My beloved Pokemon, Sea Giggle Fresh Prey. Sea Giggle. Loba would like to battle. Now, I think since this guy is in an optional area, you don't need to go through this door, he shouldn't have any Shadow Pokemon. Another couple of Water-type Pokemon. Just don't surf and we'll be okay. Skip Bloom, if you could learn Bullet Seed right now, that'd be awesome. I don't know if you get Bullet Seed or not. Oh, we haven't lowered your bar down enough, I don't think. We're going to Wing Attack. Let's Wing Attack the Wingull. Nope, no Grass type attack just yet. Alright, alright. Shouldn't be too much longer, though. Yes, Wingull falls. I think Wingull is more physical defensive than specially, so I was wondering, would it survive the Wing Attack? There's the Hyper Mode. And Tail Whip. Yes, no water attack to worry about. So, once we call Skip Plume, that should lower its bar just enough that it might learn its next move. Skip Plume is in Hyper Mode. I could Earthquake, but Wing Attack is Stab. Would it be more powerful, though? No, I think since we still have a Pokemon on our side, despite the fact that Earthquake will not hurt Skip Plume, I think it still counts it as being spread damage reduced because there is a Pokemon that could theoretically be hit. So Wing Attack shouldn't have any, well, it's not going to have any spread damage reduction. Wooper does not fall to it, however. And Water Gun. Well, it's not going to hurt that much. I mean, you're going for Skip Plume anyway, right? Oh, no, you're not. And that hardly does a thing. Let's see. Did you learn anything, Skip Plume? Was Wing Attack? Yes! We've got Mega Drain. We're not going to get to use it, of course, because Wing Attack is going to drop this thing. But it's good to have that attack, though. And we've almost lowered the heart gauge as much as we need to get it. I'm just thinking, I wonder... Leave a comment on this down below, folks. I said I don't want to switch my Pokemon out from the active ones that I'm using, because the 6 that I have right now are the ones that I want to use as long as we can, until we, unfortunately, if it happens, lose one of them and bring someone else from the PC. But as far as lowering the heart gauge, well, my beloved Pokemon are all beat up. Should I use Pokemon from the PC, Great Balls, to lower their heart gauge along the way? What do you think about that idea? Maybe during the grinding. As far as, yeah, I think as far as story-based stuff, I'd rather keep using the Pokemon that are in the active team. You're like a bug Pokemon drawn to a candle. I'm going with these Pokemon. So, maybe an off-screen thing. There is a place later on that would be good for grinding / heart gauge reduction. I'm not going to mention it just yet. If anyone's played this game, you know which place I'm talking about. It's battle after battle after battle after battle, which this kind of is, but it's not really story-based battle, whereas this is kind of what that is. Alright, we're going to go with an Earthquake attack. I'm pretty sure we don't need to do anything else. We're just going to go Cotton Spore. I don't know. I'd be surprised if these things survive the Earthquake. Electrike does fall, as expected. Skip Plume is immune to it. And Voltorb takes a critical? No, I was hoping I could predict a critical, but it falls to the Earthquake. Boom. I wonder, do you think it's a little overpowered that I have an Aerodactyl at this point in the game? Because, like, you don't get an Aerodactyl in this game. You get an Espeon and Umbreon, but then Espeon is pretty powerful. Oh, your name was Achman. This wasn't good enough. This is a dilemma. Sorry, Achman. But we had to augment your reality with defeat. No glory for the Fallen. I'm crushed. The Fallen? Is that a Transformers 3 reference? No, 2. Transformers 2? 3? 2. Yeah. Anyway, I like these trainers. Look at that hat. Come and get some. We're gunning our engines. It's a look like purple leopard print hat. Raylene. Rider Raylene would like to battle. Raylene sends Doduo and Ladybug. Oh, we could wing attack the Ladybug. We could also Mega Drain if you want to do 0 damage. So what could we do to the Doduo then? We could take a Drill Peck in response on our Skip Plume, which is the best thing. But they're not going to be smart enough to do that. We're going to take the Ladybug down. We're going to go for the Shadow Rush. No, we're going to Sleep Powder Doduo. Though, it might have Early Bird ability. I shouldn't have been so hasty to smash my buttons. But I just want Raylene out of here, you know? She's in the way. Some experience for Aerodactyl. Next in comes a Swablu. There's all the flying types. I should have an electric Pokemon with me. Alright, so the Sleep Powder does land, but if it does have Early Bird, it has a chance to wake up on the very first turn. It essentially, Early Bird cuts the amount of sleep turns in half, I believe. Yep, there you go. See, first turn wake up because of Early Bird. It goes for a Pursuit attack, wasting its turn, basically. No damage! In this generation, that's a special-based move. What are you doing with the Doduo? It makes more sense when it becomes physical in Gen 4, but if we're going to wing attack the Doduo, we're just going to go with a Shadow Rush the Swablu. We want that Hyper Mode. We want the Shadow Gauge gone. Doduo does not fall to the wing attack. Interesting. And it goes for Rage. I mean, it is Stab, but you have no build-up yet. Astonish into Aerodactyl, easily shrugging that off. Brushing it aside with his big, massive purple wings. I love the color purple. I probably mentioned that before. If not, welcome to the Professor Chaz channel. I love purple. Purple wings are pretty cool. Shiny Aerodactyl is kind of interesting. I've never had one myself, but I've seen them before. I think the whole body is purple and the wings are bluish, if I remember properly. Kind of want to look it up, but kind of don't. I want to think that my memory is good enough that I know it. Anyway, Astonish. Hardly a thing. Now, is the gauge completely empty on Skip Plume? Because if so, we could switch over into our Quagsire and lower that heart gauge. This is probably why they give you so many battles at this point in the game, because, spoilers, we're not even halfway through this part of the game, like this building. Because there's more to it than what meets, or more to it than meets the eye when you're looking at this building here. Oh, we're in for a lot of battles here. And as I said before, I'm not super keen, hyped up about what's going to happen at the end of this area. Maybe I am, because Aerodactyl could help us out, but then again, Aerodactyl is not going to be resistant to certain typings. You'll see what I'm talking about once we get there. But let's just say Wing Attack and Sky Attack are good to have. Raylene dropped in the dirt. But I love that hat. Again, purple. I love purple. I only lost because I didn't have a Shadow Pokemon this time. Really? Alright, let's check Skiploom. And see your heart gauge. Undo the final lock. Excellent. We can switch you out. Not summary. We can switch you out for Quagsire, the last of our current Shadow Pokemon that need to have its heart gauge completely lowered. And another battle. My Pokemon are solid troopers. Check them out! Hunter Tura. And again, I've said this a couple times. If anyone out there knows any names, people with names of these characters, you're welcome to leave them down in the comments. But the last episode, there were some that kind of made sense, so maybe I'll just kind of forego that weird little comment request. Quagsire comes in, lowers the heart gauge. Oh, look how little that went down. So we're going to Steel Wing the Snorunt, and we're going to Shadow Rush the Spiel, I guess. Do we get the knockout? Super effective. I kind of like the fact that I do know a decent amount of Pokemon, and one of the raid battles, the Articuno battles that I went up against with some other people, they were asking, so what is the best thing to use on Articuno? And immediately I said, of course, Rock is the best, and off the top of my head, I'm like, Fire, Electric, and Steel. Because maybe it's because I've used Articuno in the video games and I know the weaknesses. It might just be because I just kind of I'm pretty good at looking at a dual-type Pokemon and figuring out in my head what is effective and what is, super, what is super effective, what is not very effective, stuff like that. So not to kind of toot my own horn, but I kind of like being able to think of that information sort of almost at the drop of a hat. I'm trying to think, is there a Pokemon that threw me through a loop? I think I was trying to think of weaknesses for Ghost and Dark type at one point, back when, Spiritomb was one of the major things. I forgot Earthquake was going to hurt my Quagsire. But luckily, we don't get a knockout on that. And Aerodactyl can take a seat in the Pokeball as Whiskers takes his spot again, because she does not hurt her teammate. Good job, Quagsire, surviving that. How'd this happen? I know, I forgot that Earthquake was going to hit my guy, too. That's what you're talking about, right? Not your defeat, my almost knockout of my own Pokemon. So admit it, my Pokemon are decent, huh? Even though they can't win. They can, you just gotta, work it better. Okay, Super Potion on poor Quagsire that took that hit totally unnecessarily. It was my own negligence, my own rambling of stuff outside the game. And Whiskers comes back up for some more leveling up. I kind of like the way I'm doing this, as I said, using Pokemon. Why is this room even here? Is there anything I can grab? The shelves are lined with apparently difficult books. Is it crossword books or puzzle books? I can't figure them out, like Where's Waldo? I love Where's Waldo. I think I asked this before, but who else? Give me the... Revive. Again, no one really left a comment on this just yet, but my Pokemon can dance with elegance even in a dump like this. Oh wait, before I talk about what I was going to talk about, I like this trainer. Every one of her Pokemon has one of the dance-type moves. Toady or Toddy? I don't know. Toddy sends in Horsey and Oddish, so we're going to see Dragon Dance and Petal Dance. You just wait. What was I going to say? Yeah, Where's Waldo? I mentioned that before, but anyone else out there play the Where's Waldo books? That sounds weird the way I say it. Anyone play the books? It is a game, though. I love it. It's maybe sort of giving me a nice, keen eye for detail. And when you're playing the Where's Waldo books, I should probably switch Quagsire out. This thing's gonna Petal Dance all over my face. Let's go back into Skiploom. But yeah, when you're playing the Where's Waldo books, you gotta skim over the entire image and look for very tiny little things that stick out. For example, Waldo's head. And that's the whole way you play the game. You gotta find the characters hidden in this big, massive, almost like diorama picture kind of thing. Or panorama. Diorama? Panorama? One of those words is the word I'm probably going for. So there's the Dragon Dance. We're gonna see Petal Dance into our, now, Skiploom. You wouldn't go for Whiskers. There you go. Now they're using strategy. I'm using strategy too. Good luck against us. Alright, so we can make it drain the Horsey. I'm gonna Payday the Oddish. See how much damage we can get off. Probably not even half, though. Oddish, I think, is kind of decent defense. Yeah. What's your special defense like, though? I'm gonna say probably the Feint Attack would do about as much. Oh, Secret Power. Don't confuse us. Thank you. We're going to heal back nicely. Might not knock you out, but it's going to. And look at that HP we got back. Nice. Send another water type. We can get some more HP back off of that one. Do you even have another Pokemon? Yes, you do. It's a ground type. That's just as good. We can drain you as well. And Petal Dance. No, they don't control who they hit, actually. So they're still going to go after our Grass Flying type. I'll appreciate that. Let's go for another Payday. Next turn is going to confuse itself. But you know what was really... Okay, seeing Whisker's tail reminds me of something. One of the things in Where's Waldo, his dog Woof. You know, they always said at the start of the book, they show you all the characters, the full body shot, of course. Look for Waldo. Look for Wizard Whitebeard. Look for Wenda. Look for Woof. But they make a point to say, in every image, you're only ever going to see Woof's tail. It's this candy cane, red and white striped kind of a line, basically. Man, they like to hide stuff in those books. You know, you keep expecting to find yourself a nice, full, intact dog. Nope, you're just looking for that little tail. I'm going to try a Feint Attack. Let's see if we can get this knockout. We're going to Mega Drain Sandshrew. That's going to bring it down. If I get enough time for another... How many more battles? I don't know. I'd like to see if we can get to a save spot. I don't think there is one, though. It's probably the one on the bottom floor that we used already. I'm just concerned, if we go back, we have to fight all the trainers again. I don't think we do unless we leave the building. So let's see, I don't know how many more trainers are left. We'll find out, though, together. Dancing alone doesn't win any battles. Nope. I think I know there's at least one more trainer, though. I remember there's like a female bodybuilder, muscle type here in this building. Oh, there she is right there. The end is always so cruelly pitiless. Oh, whoa. Alright, so there's the door behind her. Just let us through. Now what compels someone like you to come here just for the sake of getting thrashed by me? Well, every experience is a new experience. Eliddy! Or Elidie? I don't know. I'm just trying to say every experience is a new experience to be experienced. And I'm using the word experience way too much, but I can use some experience off of you as... What's the best combo to go for? Quagsire? Have you learned anything new? Let's find out. We're going to try the Payday on... Well, again, we got a Grass type, though. I'm just going to see what attacks you have. Nope, nothing new. So we're going to switch out into... Let's go to Noctowl. We're going to Payday. Who did I choose to Payday? I already lost track. I think the Tentacool, because its defense, I think, is lower than Cacnea. Let's see who we hit. I don't even know. I just chose randomly, I think. No, we went for Cacnea. We can Fly Attack that thing instead, though. And Bubble Beam, who are you going for? Okay, so if you went for... No, wait. Does Water Absorb drain the move away, or is that just something like Storm Drain? Pen Missile? You could have gone for a... What is it? Needle Arm. Alright, stop hitting Whiskers. With critical hit, stop hitting Whiskers. Thank you. Let's Payday the Tentacool. I should probably heal, though. I'm not going to. It's a risk, but I'll take it. Payday fires off. We should do about half damage, I think. No, not even. Alright, Noctowl takes to the skies. Aim for Noctowl. Oh, Acid hits both, but it is spread damage reduced, though. 6 HP. Don't lower my defense and we'll be in a good spot. Excellent. Going for growth. Nice, so I do have a turn to heal up here. Look how big that thing got. It's kind of funny when it shows animations like that, when a Pokemon uses growth or minimize, you see them actually physically change. I would almost prefer if they would keep them the same size that they become, you know? Like, if Cacnea uses growth several times, have it grow each time and keep getting bigger, like Jigglypuff, you know, the Jigglypuff's Final Smash in Smash Bros. That'd be kind of cool. And if you minimize a bunch of times, like, picture a muck, use minimize 3 times, maximum evasiveness, it's like this tiny little sludge pile. Almost like the little pixelated version that they had in the Game Boy games, you know, when something used minimize, you have this little tiny stick figure kind of person. So Payday, no critical hit, unfortunately. We're going to go Fly Attack, land, smash this thing, decent damage, unless we... No, actually, we're going to Payday again. Get some cash, as they go for the flying Pokemon. Nice. We are going to have to heal, though. I'm pretty sure we're going to start running low on PP kind of soon. So the downside to this game, I can't just save at any point. I do have to go to one of the PCs to save. I'm going to have to do that, though, because we're pretty much at time. I'm just wondering, is there anything past here? If there's more trainers, I'm going to wait. I'll do that later. Next episode, of course. But let's see. Oh, 640 for the paydays. Every little bit of cash is going to help. Done in, but how? What blind spot did you exploit? I don't even know. I wasn't looking. And we are at the top. So stuff is going to happen, but at this point, we're going to end the episode. I'll save it off camera, and I'll come back here for the next episode. I just hope this doesn't count as the trainers all coming back, but we'll find out, or I'll tell you. You won't find out if there is training or battles to be done. I'll try to take care of them with minimal experience gain off camera, but that's behind the scenes stuff. As for right now, we're going to end it off. I want to say thanks for watching today's episode of Pokémon Colosseum. If you enjoyed the episode, of course, feel free to drop a like down below. If you missed any episodes of Colosseum thus far, there's a link in the description to the full playlist. And for more Pokémon content from Professor Chaz, click on some of the links during the outro to some other videos that I do, such as Pokémon TCG, Pokémon Go, Pokémon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battling, which I haven't done in a long time, but we'll be getting back to that because there's an online competition coming this weekend. And to subscribe to the channel for all of my daily Pokémon content to you folks out there, click on my face during the outro. You'll be subscribed for daily Pokemon content, as I said. But with that, we are once again done. I want to say thanks for watching. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time.